Hey, Cozy Gloves here, and today we're going to be looking at Monarch in a track. I'm including this just to show you some ways that you can utilize Monarch in a track. Maybe you're like, oh, how do people utilize it? Things like that. It's always just handy to have an example. And this isn't the most complicated usage. It's very straightforward. I'm literally just pulling out a preset and I augment it to what I want it to be. So it is the defined preset. This little star means I messed with it. But if we open up the post here, this is a track called This Is House, and we're going to be taking a listen to it. And I'm going to show you the intro because it's got some interesting ways of using this. And also in the post, this is an automated fader, so it moves up and down. And also I know I'm going to hear it from someone. They're going to say, hey, your levels inside Reactor look kind of hot, all these things. Don't worry about it. I'm aware of all these things. Just enjoy the music, please. And so we have here a Fruity Wave Shaper. And so as you can see, I'm bringing it up there. This EQ is acting as a filter. So I'm actually automating these things on and off in various ways to create the particular shape or sound that I want. It's a little more, it's way more exact than using inside Monarch. I use Monarch for other reasons. I really wanted that sound for this track, and it just fits really well. You'll see. And then I also have a delay being automated on and off. And then this Fruity limiter, I'm using the compressor side of things. Just shaving off some dBs, and there's no side chaining going on here, just a compressor. And so that's what's going on in the mixing chain. And I am moving all sorts of these things around. That is evident in the literally automation for days. Well, not really. It only goes down to the harmor area of my template. But there's still a lot of automation, and it turns on and off, and some of it just goes across and it's just the same. So I guess it's not a ton, but you know, it's nice to look at and be like, oh yeah, I'm doing things. So even though there's like just an itsy bitsy amount of MIDI, that's like my favorite part. It's like how little MIDI you need to do like crazy stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you. And here I'm just going for mood, and I actually do not move the cutoff of Monarch off. I save that for later on during the riser. Instead, I take advantage of my post-processing and the mixing moves I decided to do. And so here you go. And we're going to go up to like in the mini drop. So that's where we're like officially grooving. Also, I'm using the FL Audio driver, and this thing, even at its maximum latency, just tends to click. So I'm sorry for any audio pops that occur along the way, but it does pretty okay. So here we go.
This is house. This is house. This is house. This is house. House.
So you hear right there, we're like, oh yeah, cool. That's like gonna be that's like a moment, like where it's just like, it's not like a big like woo moment. It's like a yes moment. You know, one of those. Like, anyways, let's get away from the weird feely art side of things and go back to Monarch. So you see, there's not actually a lot of movement here. It's used in a very elementary way. The notes I pick are in the range I like the sound in the most. Otherwise, I wouldn't have picked those notes. And they are all of equal value because that's how the synth would be written. So it's, you know, it's an offbeat thing occasionally. Like I do that deliberately. It's like, oh, whoa, like a person almost played it or something. Kind of cool, even though it's still like right on the grid. And that's that side of things. So you see there in the A3 range, and the tuning in Monarch has been brought down to the octave, and I only have 2 and 3 going out. But I didn't make the patch, but I'm aware of these things. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what's going on. So I go ahead and use it that way. And then so anyways, we see that it gets brought up, and I've not taken advantage of anything internal. My favorite part about Monarch by far is the way the filter responds when you move it in combination with the contour and filter envelope. That's like, that and the feedback and load knobs are like my favorite things. The oscillators and stuff sound awesome just going out, but if we're gonna be like moving things dynamically and stuff, these are the things that you're gonna move. So over here, we sort of have this like large build over time into the drop, and well, not the drop, but just another one of those. It says big drop, not like mega exciting like punch a baby in the face drop, just like, yes, we're here. I anticipate there being quite a bit of audio pops. I may even have to stop playback as we go here. But I will show you, just because of the processing that I chose to do. It's just kind of intense. It's better to run it through the audio driver with that than this. So anyways, I'm going to play it for you, and you will hear it. And yeah, you'll see just how I use it, how it opens up. You already noticed that over time if I moved from over there to over here, you see it's off. And then it opens up right here, but it closes down again right here and slowly rises. At least I'm pretty sure that's what goes on. Yeah. So here you go. So yeah, you see, it just grooves. At that moment, if this was like a boiler room set and someone was somehow able to live sequence this, people would lose their minds. Like, that would be so crazy if they could live sequence this. But anyways, I don't even know why I even mentioned that. But you get the idea. You see it opening up. Now you might be going, there's a whole lot more going on there. And that's true. There's reverb sends going on. I believe there's reverb. Yeah, there are reverb sends going on, and various reverb and delay combinations being put to use, as well as the delay here being brought in and out. And so these things are obviously being manipulated as well. And you saw that just a simple filter move and just opening up the higher content really creates a nice swell. And so I just thought I'd show you this, just show you a little bit of Monarch in use, the way I like to use it. I typically fulfill it for roles like this. I've recently been experimenting with it more as a lead type deal, but traditionally I've sort of looked at it as just this really awesome for background elements. I mean, it fulfills all the roles great, but this is the most common role I use it in for sure, because the way it nails this particular sound is what I really love about it. This is the sound. That one and all the ratio sounds too. Just the way the oscillators work together is just phenomenal. So yeah, not like for crazy bass sounds. I'd rather go to Harmer or Massive or something else that has like a ton more specific options. This is for like the elegant but somehow so organic sound that can only come from something that's trying to emulate an analog synthesizer. So yeah, that's that. If you have any questions, let me know. Subscribe and have a blessed day.